She behaves like a lady, then it's fair enough to make that that designation.
Otherwise, she's just a female.
Well, it's like with Tony Stark saying I'm a billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, genius, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You can't say. I mean, your accountant can say you're a philanthropist because it's a question of record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I am a philanthropist. It's something that other people have to say about you.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a playboy. It's something that other people have to make the designation. Yeah, it would be the ultimate hubris to say I am a philanthropist playboy.
Yeah.
Inaccurate in my case, but that notwithstanding, these are terms that are given rather than taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, billionaire would be a matter of public record and a question of finance. Ones and zeros, and that's something you can say. Look,
Donald Trump, he had a relationship with a porn star, so he's a.
Well, Donald Trump, fucking brilliant.
Yeah?
I mean,
he's
I think he fucking rocks.
Yeah?
I mean, the basis on which I say so is because I have a sister in the United States who's a university lecturer, and he completely winds her up.
Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, if the only thing that he does in his entire administration is continue to wind my sister up, I say 4 more years.
Yeah.
Woot woot.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that he has gone a very long way towards bringing the Korean War to an end. And put trillions on the stock exchange and millions of jobs, and again, he's pissed off all of the right people.
Yeah.
You know,
he hasn't done anything in Korea. He hasn't done anything. He just made things like, okay, come down. That's
Kim Jong-un actually, when he was getting trashed by all the press, Kim Jong-un wrote to him and said, "Listen, you can send come to the second meeting. You can send inspectors to inspect how much of my nuclear infrastructure I've destroyed."
Well, that's after they tested it and they know they can do it and they have it. They have already nuclear.
Yeah, but you need to keep on doing these increasingly difficult tests. It's no point in having a nuke. There's no point in having a nuke unless you've got a delivery system. Right? Because if you have a nuke, the only thing you can do is let it off on your own territory. If you have a delivery system, you can let it off on somebody else's territory.
They've got the delivery system. They completed everything.
Well, no, they haven't successfully done a nuclear test using a ballistic missile.
They have.
No, they haven't.
They have.
They haven't nuked anybody.
No, they haven't nuked anybody.
They haven't used a nuclear weapon delivered by a ballistic missile.
They've tested it.
That would be. They haven't tested it because they haven't nuked anybody at a distance.
Okay. Okay, so you think Donald Trump has done good in Korea, you think?
Well, let's look at all the things that, I mean, all the stuff that he said he would do, he's actually done.
And your sister's still complaining. She's every day she's angry, yeah?
Fucking right. It's brilliant. I haven't seen her this heavily wound up since the Reagan administration.
Okay. That's good. But he's gonna lose this election that is coming now.
There's gonna be a blue wave.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
No. They're gonna increase their majorities in the Senate and the Congress.
You think so?
Yes.
Let's see. November is not far.
Well, obviously, come back in. I come here every 2 weeks.
November is not far, yeah.
And you can check.
I think he's gonna he lost the election. He lost the election. So if he lost the election, how is he gonna?
Excuse me, he's living in the White House. Yeah. Therefore, no, he didn't.
By the college.
Yes, and somebody intelligent isn't trying to win the majority in every individual county. They're trying to win the electoral college.
But he
won the electoral college.
He lost the popular.
Well, just a second. The 6 states that they said, "Oh, we want to recount." It actually turns out that he won more in every single one of those than they registered.
3 million. Hillary Clinton more.
Yeah, and how many?
More than him.
You know, every time there is somebody dead in the United States who votes,
you can't
votes
say
Democrat.
All 3 millions are dead.
No, it's something like 10 million additional votes are cast than there are citizens.
Oh, come on.
So there's somebody who has registered an address and they moved several times since. All of those people, all of those votes go Democrat.
So you love Trump, yeah?
I am prepared to contemplate the possibility that he might be a stable genius.
Oh, okay.
I am prepared to acknowledge that he is, whatever he's doing, he is acting in the interest of America.
But in the UN, they laughed at him when he said, our administration did more than any other administration in the history of the US.
In what regard? Doing what?
In the UN, they laughed
doing
at
what?
him. Yeah,
in the UN?
He took general. And he was laughed at, and he's like, oh no, I wasn't expecting
Number
that.
one, every single word he says, there's hyperbole, but there is a very definite substrate of truth in there. And two, while the United States is basically underwriting the United Nations, they can shut the fuck up and listen.
But
because the landlord is now speaking. When the landlord comes into your flat, you can at the very, very least have the civility to shut up and listen to what he says.
But
because it's his place.
He was talking rubbish when he said that. In the history of America, we've done more than any other administration.
Well, wait a minute. What the American Congress is doing is they're trying to limit the amount of money that the United States gives the United Nations to 25% of the total budget. Because the United States gives much, much more per head of population than any other country gives to the UN.
So in November, you think he will get the Congress and the...
I think he's going to get an increased margin. I don't think they'll get to a filibuster-proof supermajority in the Senate. But there are a couple of congressional seats where it's looking as though, particularly the people in the...
Your prediction, my prediction in November will come and share each other. I think he's gonna lose.
I think he's gonna get stronger in both.
He's gonna lose the Congress and he's gonna lose the Senate. I believe that.
Okay. Well, would you like to place a wager?
November.
I know in your philosophical tradition, is it allowed for you to gamble?
Gamble, no gambling.
Okay. Well, I bet you that Trump will increase the Senate and the Congress.